Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Success. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how good your salary is, or how well you are currently living. You could be poor and think you are rich, same as people who think they are poor but they are actually rich. It all boils down to lifestyle. If you inherited something from your parents or family and think you are rich, sit back, think deep, and ask yourself, if what you currently have were not to be flowing in right now, could you even survive 3 months based on your current lifestyle? If the answer is no, then you are probably poor, but you do not know it yet. And if you're confused, then don't worry, because we'll help you to understand whether you are poor or not, because today we have for you all 10 signs that you might be poor. But before we start, I'd want you guys to hit that red subscribe button, 10-time monthly shout out giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Number 1. If you lose your source of income, you cannot survive beyond 3 months. Now go over this and ask yourself if the money you have can keep you going for 3 months. If you were to lose your source of income right now, if the answer scares you, then you should know you are poor. You are only rich when you have reserves, and so if you don't have what can keep you for over a year, then it is obvious that you are on the highway to poverty. Number 2. If you spend more time to get to work. You might not see how this translates into how poor or rich you can be, but what you're failing to notice is that time is money. If it has to take you 2 hours to get to work, then you're probably poor and you do not know it. Want to know why? It's the reason you have not been able to do anything for yourself or set up your own business. Let's break it down for you. You have to wake up at 4 a.m. because you have to get to work at 8 a.m. And knowing how heavy traffic is on the road and the distance, you know you will get to work in about 3 hours time. And so instead of using your time for other important things, you have to use all your time to get ready to go to work. Number 3. You are struggling to pay your bills. If your bills always give you a scare, then you should know you are poor. It's a sign you're not doing well financially, because no matter what you do, you have to pay bills. So that should not be something that scares you. It doesn't matter how much money you have, right? Your lifestyle can determine why you are scared of the bills. There are many people holding expensive mobile phones but don't even have airtime on them because they can't afford it. Number 4. You always target cheap products. In your mind, you're trying to save money, and so you always look out for cheap products, but what you do not know is that cheap products do not last, so you spend more at the end, keeping you in a circle that makes you poor all the time. So for example, you bought a cheap TV. In less than a year, you had to send it to the repairs 10 times, and you finally drop it and buy another TV. Number 5. You depend solely on food vendors all the time. If your sole source of food is vendor foods, then you should know you are on the highway to poverty. Why? This is because you'll spend more on unhealthy food that will send you to the hospital all the time, and you'll spend more of your income on hospital bills. Number 6. You're addicted to something. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you have an addiction, you know you are on the way to poverty. Addictions are known to drain finances, and so no matter how rich you are, if you're addicted to drugs, alcohol, women, gambling, etc., then you should know that you are not a rich man. You're probably poorer than the beggar on the streets. You just happen to have a source, and the moment you lose it, you'll run down to 0 in seconds because you'll not have what it takes to maintain your addiction. Number 7. Your car is over 15 years old. Owning a car is not a sign of richness because it could be your downfall. If you own a car that's not for commercial purposes and it's over 10 years old and you're just using it for splendor, then you should know you're poor, and someone who doesn't even own one is doing better than you. This is because that person could be saving towards a better project that will earn them something big in the future, but unfortunately you're spending all of that money maintaining your car. What you need to know is that your car is not an asset, it is an expense unless it is monetized. Number 8. You depend on government to change your life. If all you depend on is for a new government to come to power to turn your life around, then you are poor. What you need to understand is that there is no politician out there who can make your life better. One clear sign that you're poor is when you always want someone to take care of your problems, and when they can't, you blame them, and in this case, it's the government. Number 9. You depend on loans to survive. You own that latest Mercedes-Benz, and so you think you're rich. No, you are not if you took a loan out to buy it. This is because that Benz is not earning you any income, but it's taking a lot from you in terms of fuel and maintenance. A clear sign you're not saving much to live on. Because of this attitude, there are many people living flamboyantly lifestyles but are hungry. If you have to always depend on loans to survive, then you should know you're not a rich man. You're actually poor. Managing your money and improving your financial situation is key to success. Number 10. Thinking education is the only key to success. Do not get us wrong on this one. Education is important, but it's not the key to success, and the reason why we have a lot of poor graduates. A lot of people struggle to go through university with the assurance that they'll get a job after that, but end up being disappointed because after spending most of their time and money on education, they end up working underneath someone who dropped out of school to work and gained experience you are yet to acquire. If you have a good business plan, pursue it. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, please do check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now. It really does help us out. Anyways guys, with that said, I will see you in the next video.